Welcome everyone to Story with Hala 22. I am so glad to have you here. In this week's story, we're going to be doing a craft and a book that I wrote myself actually this time. I enjoy writing books, and this one is about Christmas. So I hope you'll enjoy that. So before we start, I just want to say thank you so much for all the support. It really makes me happy looking at all the comments and all the views. Thank you for all the support. I can't believe we're at episode 22 already. There will be some new segments going on. We're working on it, but right now with the lockdown, it's kind of hard. When this whole thing, blows over and the cases get down, we're going to be doing a book club and some other few segments I have in mind. So without further ado, let's start. The book I'm going to be reading is a book I wrote myself called The Day After Christmas. It's a young reader's short story. I'm going to be sharing my screen. There's no pictures in it, but I'm just gonna, because if I write my own story, I don't really know how to illustrate it properly in a Google Doc. So I'm not really that high-tech person with all those computers and inserting pictures or whatever. So just enjoy the book. I'm still going to be sharing my screen. Also, just note that this is an early reader's book, like a young reader's short story. So I did underline, or I put new vocab, most likely some new vocab for young readers in red. If you're watching this with some young readers or kids, be sure to pause the video and explain what those words mean if they don't already know what it means. So let's start the story. I'm going to be sharing my screen now. All right. There we go. All right. The Day After Christmas by Hala. It was the day after Christmas, everyone fast asleep, and the Goosey family not making a peep. Poppy woke up feeling quite down, and as she makes herself breakfast, her mother asks, "Oh dear Poppy, why such a frown?" Poppy sighs and says, "I cannot believe it's all over. The excitement, the gifts, and the tinsel. All of it. Now I have some sort of empty feeling inside, and I don't have that happy pride." "I'm so sorry, honey. I know you're feeling sad. Uncle John is coming over today. Maybe that'll make you feel less bad." "You're right about that for sure. It always makes me feel better. Thanks, Mom," Poppy says. "Here's your lunch. Don't miss a bus, and have a good day." Sorry about that. All right. Where was I? Don't miss a bus. Have a good day. When Poppy arrived at school that day, it seemed the whole school was gray. "Good morning, class. I know all of you are tired and down after the wonderful Christmas season finished, but let's not lose all hope. The sky is clear, everyone is present, and most of all, winter is still here." "Ugh, let's just get this day over with," grunted Julia. 4 or 5 days were having an argument about whether pizza or burgers were the best food, and everyone was in a real bad mood. Everyone except one little girl, Andrea Williams. She's the happiest girl in the whole school, and was considered pretty cool. "Why are you guys so sad?" she asked. "Because Christmas is over," said Julia. "Well, it's not over for me. My grandparents didn't get to visit over the summer, but my mom told me that they're coming over today for a powwow. I didn't get to spend Christmas with them, but it sure feels like Christmas now," she said excitedly. The bell rang right after that, and it was time for math. The juniors had a quiz that they all had to study for, as they all forgot to study for, as they were all distracted the day before. Finally, it was 3:25 p.m. and time to go home. Poppy walked home with her little sister Olivia that day, who had a bag full of winter crafts she had made. Poppy thought hard about what Andrea had said when she got home. After a while, Poppy went out to go get some fresh air, and boy did she cheer up when she saw her uncle there. "Uncle John, I'm so glad you came," she exclaimed. "Thanks, Muffin. You're the same. Now how was your day?" "It was bad, but it's cheery now," Poppy sighed. "Aw shucks, why is that? I hate to see you weary." "Well, for one, it's post-Christmas, and I miss the jolly feeling," she said with a pout. "I think it's just a hug you're needing," her uncle said, smiling. He knelt down and gave his niece a hug, and then called her little sister who was playing with her teddy bear named Tug. "Listen, girls, I know you're feeling down. Christmas isn't going to leave us just because the day ended. Christmas is always going to be in your heart, and that's because it's not about gifts or decorations. It's about coming together as a family, which is much needed. Now, Christmas didn't really end. The day just ended. But the feeling, oh heavens no, the feeling is still and always there. Wow, thank you for that, Uncle John. You're the best. I guess the feeling never really left me, shrugged Poppy. Her uncle chuckled. No, it didn't. Now, enough pep talks. Call your mother and dad and let's play some Scrabble, he exclaimed. But I don't know how to spell, said Olivia. It's all right, you'll be on my team, offered Poppy. After playing Scrabble, Poppy and Olivia won, by the way, she wrote in her favorite journal about her day, using her favorite pink lead pen. Poppy, it's time to go to bed, her mother said. Did you cheer up when Uncle came? She asked her daughter. Totally, and I'm so glad he did. We had a lot of fun playing Scrabble, and I learned a very valuable lesson today, and it's that Christmas isn't a holiday, it's a feeling. And besides, winter isn't going anywhere for the next 3 months, said Poppy. That's right. It's getting late though, and you have to go to school tomorrow. So head on to sleep, okay? No more chit-chats, her mother said, hugging Poppy goodnight. That night, Poppy went to bed feeling happy, almost as if it were Christmas Eve. The end. That's the story. That's the story that I wrote, and I hope you all enjoyed it. So next, we're moving on to the craft. I'm going to make a craft. We're going to make another snowflake today. Now, last time I made origami snowflake, and I showed you templates on a website. And this time, we're going to be making a beaded snowflake. I'm going to show. I enjoyed your story a lot. It has beautiful meanings. Thanks for sharing this. Bravo. Thank you so much, Lulu. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thank you so much. I always love reading your comments. You're so blessed to have such a talented girl in the community. Thank you so much. Oh, it makes me so happy reading these. All right, so the website we're going to be using for reference, if you prefer to have this like step-by-step on the website, the website is again first www.firstpalette.com winter, and you're going to want to press the first link, and if you scroll down, here is the craft we're going to be doing. A beaded snowflake. Over here they made it look really fancy and stuff, but you don't really need to do this circle. It could just be really simple, and it should look something like this, and if you want to make the circles, it'll look something like this at the very end. All right, let's start with the craft. Put down over here so you can see better. So this is a reference I made earlier. I didn't put full beads, but that's okay. Over here, I used a little charm. It was a little hot chocolate charm, you know, winter hot chocolate. Those are length. So this is the snowflake, and I did put a little thread of string on it so you can hang it anywhere, but that's optional. Again, you really could do anything with these crafts. I mean, you're the boss. You could change it. But there we go. All right. So what you're going to need for this craft is some pipe cleaners. I got it ready in advance, or else I'll take forever. I have the pipe cleaners. You're going to need just a few of them and then cut them in half. I used 3 pipe cleaners and then cut them in half, but you could use just like 2 or 1. I don't know. Depends. So, but you're going to need 3 pipe cleaners. What you're going to want to do is take 2 and cut 1 in half, and then cut the other 1 in half, and then take 3 of the little pieces. You have to make sure they're all even and they're the same length, or else it'll end up looking really wonky. Over here, you can kind of see that they're not the same length. I had to cut a few because the beads weren't going in, but don't make the same mistake that I did. Here is what it should look like. You can straighten it up a bit. All right, time for the hot glue gun. Here's the dangerous part. Last time when we were doing the pom-poms with the little Santa, I burned myself right after because I was making another one. So that's just another reminder telling you to be careful with these pom-poms. Hot glue. Be careful with the hot glue. All right, so we're going to start off by gluing them together. You can make really any type of snowflake you want because there's a bunch of different types of snowflakes, but if you saw in the screen sharing on the beaded snowflake on first palette, they did some kind of circle in it and it looked really fancy and nice, but you could just do it the simple way, which is the way I'm going on. So you're gonna want to take two of the mini pipe cleaners, and make a little X, something like this, and glue it together to bust out the hot glue gun. Over here. All right. Glue it like that. And we still have some hot glue, and then you're gonna want to put one like on the top or on the side. The side won't really look very good, so yeah, on the top. Quickly glue them together. I don't want to get burned. Right, make sure they're all the same length, and glue. And there we go. Now, if you want a really simple, you could just stop right there. Ooh, the glue's still wet. I have to make sure it's shaped or else it'll end up really wonky. But if you really simple, you could just stop there. This doesn't look very fancy though, and the whole point of it is the beaded snowflake, so I would not recommend stopping here. So now that we have this, I'm just gonna let it dry a little bit. You're gonna take some beads of your choice. Over here, I have a set of beads. I have a bunch of different colored beads and some charms, and I have this bottle of blue beads. So you could really choose any color, but I think it's nice to stick with like the blue stuff, kind of the blue and silver and white, because it's a snowflake. So let's do that. I'm gonna steal some beads from the snowflake I made earlier, because we don't want to waste any beads. You could really do it in any order that you like, but if you want to go in my order, go ahead. I'm starting off with some shiny little beads over here. Something like this. You could really do it in any way that you like, but it's nice to keep a pattern on the beads so it doesn't go wonkers and everything's everywhere in different patterns. So let's just do that here. Put it over here. All right, that's gonna be, I'm skipping one line because that's like the main line on the top. That's where I'm gonna put the charm and put I'm thinking to use letter beads and put my name in the letter beads over here. So when you hang it up, your name will be there. That's also another good idea. So next, we're gonna be using the little blue beads over here that I have in a bottle. Just need 6. Put them over here. With these pipe cleaners, it might seem like it's impossible to put the beads through, but you can't really see here, but I have very small holes in these beads, and it'll still work because it's not the fur that you're working with. It's not the fur the fur doesn't make it chunky. It's just the wire, and the wire is very thin, so it's gonna fit through. Don't worry about that. Right, let's just do that right now. Quickly, and there we go. That's what I have so far. It actually looks really nice already. But this one little line over here that I'm not doing, it looks kind of messy over here, but I'll fill it in later. I'll fill it in with my name later and a charm. So next, I'm going to be using some silver beads from over here, because why not? Silver, I was thinking to use gold, but silver, snow, that kind of matches the color theme, So I ended up just using silver. Oop, that's the wrong hand. Over here. Also, you might be wondering why I still have the tree up here and why I decided to choose this place again. And that's because it matches with the moral of my story, it matches with the quote that we did last week, and that is, Christmas isn't a holiday, or Christmas isn't a season, it's a feeling, by Edna Ferber. So I still have that Christmas tree up because it still makes me feel jolly. And just because we already passed the Christmas feeling, the Christmas season, and the Christmas day, it doesn't matter. We'll still always feel that happy Christmas feeling. And that's what it said in my story. So let's just finish these beads, wrap this up. Alrighty. Okay, so what bead shall I choose next? Ooh, okay. I have these next I'm going to be using little mini blue beads, and these are lighter blue. You can see them on the reference snowflake. Little lighter blue beads. I'm going to put them in here. All right. Bead these through. Okie dokie. A few more. Also, if you're watching this live, you can also go and watch it again after it's posted on Facebook or YouTube. And if you prefer to do it while watching the video, then that's good. I'm sure everyone has some beads lying around their house from making bracelets and stuff like that. But if you don't, easy, just go to Dollarama or Walmart and they come in packs. I got a craft kit at Dollarama and it has pipe cleaners and beads and pom-poms and everything you might need, googly eyes. So keep a lookout for those craft kits. Come in handy a lot when you're doing these crafts. Alrighty. Now you don't have to fill the whole bead, but if you want to, again, that's a preference. I'm going to write my name now inside here. You could really write anyone's name in here. It doesn't have to be specifically a person, or you could just do the letters of someone's name. But I want to do my name, my full name, so I'm going to do that now. It's very tiny, so you can't really see, but I have a little H over here on the bead, and I'm going to put that in the little hand that I left with no beads. So now it has a little H over here. Time to go scavenge for an A. Scavenge, scavenge. Oop, found an A. All right. Okie dokie. Put an A in there. Now time to find an L. Time to go scavenge for another L. Oop, found an L. Okay. Put that in. Right, Hala. Also, these can come in handy for gifts. If you're gonna customize it and put someone's name in, it's actually a very good gift. Now, scavenge for another A. Scavenging, scavenging, scavenging. This always happens when you have the letter beads and there's so many of them, and I don't know where the A's are or where the L's are or whatever. Aha! Found an A. All right. Let's put that in here. And there we go. It says Hala. And now for the beads, for the charm, I'm going to personally steal a charm from the bead I was doing. Or I could just use another one. I'm gonna use a couch charm because I love laying on the couch. Let's put that couch charm in there. Over here. And then the charm part is finished. I have the charm and I have my name on both sides. And now, thank you for commenting. Now let us put the little loop over here so I can hang it up. I have two different colors of thread, and I'm gonna pick silver because it actually looks way better than it would black. I'm gonna cut silver and tie it here, just like this. right. I can't really do a knot right here, but I'll try my best. Excuse me if there's any background noise. Just don't mind that. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I can't believe it's almost the end of 2020. It's crazy. We're almost going to step into 2021, and I'm having high hopes for the next year. Let's hope we can wrap this whole COVID thing up and start a new year. This is around the time of the year where everyone scrambles and to make their new year like hopes and goals for their new year. And make sure to have some goals, or not. You don't need too many goals, just have one simple goal that's doable for the next year, and maybe look at something you haven't been doing very much in 2020 this year that you want to do in 2021, and maybe put that as one of your goals. And we are done the snowflake. There we go. That's how it ended up looking like. Here's my name over here. I can't really turn it. There you go. You can see my name right here, and you can see the little couch charm, and here's the reference, and here's the one I made. You can hang them up anywhere, and it'll be fun to decorate them, or you can glue them. You can make keychains out of them. So yeah, that's the end of our story with Hala 22. I hope you all enjoy the craft and the story. I really enjoy being with you every week, every episode. I love reading your comments. It really makes me feel happy, and it really motivates me when I see your comments and everyone supporting me here. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow and like and keep up with Canar TV. So every week you can come join me, Story with Hala, Wednesday, 5 o'clock. Thank you so much for attending. I'll see you next week. Bye.